Welcome. Today's video report begins with a demonstration of the multitasking capability and high intensity of FPV system usage in one of the sectors. This extended segment illustrates operations against the full spectrum of threats on the contact line. Primarily, we observe the systematic engagement of manpower in various terrain conditions. However, standing out among these episodes is the successful immobilization of an armored vehicle. This confirms the ability of light strike assets to effectively counter not only infantry, but also protected equipment. Particular attention should be paid to the technological aspect of counter-drone warfare. We see the elimination of enemy. This is critically important for gaining local air superiority and protecting one's own positions. This tactical cycle concludes with methodical work against engineering shelters. Operators destroy fortifications, depriving the adversary of safe basing points and the ability to entrench. This is an example of a comprehensive approach to completely clearing a section of elements. This dynamic episode demonstrates the combined use of engagement assets. First, we see a series of 3 pinpoint FPV drone strikes on individual manpower targets. The sequence is completed by a heavy bomber executing a final drop. This is an example of how different drone types effectively complement each other for guaranteed incapacitation. The following footage demonstrates the specifics of the Coastal Guard unit's work. Although the targets are on land, the proximity to the water obstacle makes this zone critically important. We see a series of precise strikes on personnel directly in the coastal strip. This ensures reliable control of the shoreline and makes any enemy activity near the water impossible. The following extended segment highlights the systematic work of heavy bombers. We see that their efficiency remains consistently high regardless of the time of day, creating a continuous cycle of pressure. During daylight hours, operators focus on the methodical destruction of identified engineering shelters. Significant payload capacity allows the use of powerful munitions capable of penetrating fortified dugout coverings, effectively turning defensive structures into traps for personnel. As darkness falls, the initiative is not lost. Thanks to high-precision thermal imaging cameras, operators clearly identify manpower heat signatures against the contrasting background of the cooled ground. Night drops have a dual effect: immediate physical incapacitation and exhausting psychological impact. The adversary is deprived of the critical opportunity to safely conduct rotations, receive supplies, or simply recover. This is a clear demonstration of a strategy of total attrition where the very concept of a safe time of day is completely nullified. This extended segment focuses on the strategy of isolating the combat area through the systematic destruction of vehicles. We observe operations against a wide spectrum of mobile targets. First, attention is paid to light assets, automobiles, and motorcycles. The adversary uses them for rapid logistical runs, relying on speed for protection. However, FPV drone operators effectively intercept these targets in motion, disrupting supply lines. Next, we see the neutralization of quad bikes, ATVs. This high-mobility transport allows movement across difficult terrain, but remains completely unprotected from aerial attacks. The key tactical success in this block is the strike on a truck transporting an artillery cannon. This is a high-value priority target. Its incapacitation is a double blow: the loss of a logistical unit and, more importantly, depriving the adversary of a fire support asset. This clearly demonstrates how the disruption of transport communications directly reduces combat potential on the front line. This episode demonstrates an exceptional level of piloting in complex terrain conditions. We see the engagement of seemingly unreachable targets, deep burrows, and camouflaged hideouts within forest root systems. The complexity lies in guiding the apparatus into a narrow opening without hitting obstacles. However, the operator handles the task with filigree precision, delivering the munition directly inside. This proves that even deep underground entrenchment no longer guarantees protection. This final large-scale video sequence serves as a summary illustration of the concept of continuous fire impact. We are observing the synthesis of all available unmanned aviation assets to resolve complex tactical tasks on the battlefield. The first fundamental layer of this strategy is logistics disruption. We see the methodical destruction of light transport, automobiles, ATVs, and motorcycles. This is the circulatory system of the front. Its systemic blocking leads to resource deficits on the front line and makes timely personnel rotation impossible, forcing infantry to move on foot under fire. The speed and maneuverability of these assets no longer guarantee survival. The second forceful layer is countering armored vehicles. FPV drones effectively strike tanks and armored personnel carriers. Operators precisely hit vulnerable zones, engine compartments, and turret rings, neutralizing the adversary's advantage in armor and firepower. This is an effective asymmetric response, where a low-cost but precise asset stops a multi-million-dollar machine. The third layer is infrastructure clearing. The video demonstrates strikes on shelters in the most diverse conditions. We see the engagement of camouflage dugouts in dense forests, the destruction of firing points in open fields, and the clearing of ruins in rural outskirts. This proves that at the current stage of reconnaissance development, the concept of a concealed position has effectively lost its meaning. And finally, the time factor operations are conducted cyclically. High-speed FPVs dominate during the day, while at night, heavy bombers with thermal imaging seize the initiative. This creates conditions of unbearable pressure, where the adversary has no time window for safe movement or rest. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future episodes. See you next time.